Howdy y'all, welcome back to another episode of Modded Minecraft. I'm Ragaras. Today we're going to talk a little bit about Project E. This is almost going to be more of a mod spotlight really today, just because the mod is kind of still in development. There's really no contraptions you can build with it yet because it's missing some of the parts of the old mod. Now, Project E, I think I mentioned it in the previous video, is a rewrite of Equivalent Exchange 2, but it's been updated to 1.7.10. There's been, quite a few patches, upgrades. He is working on it, but like I said, it is missing some of the items that were used. So if we look at not enough items here, and if we take a look at what's all involved with this mod, you can see there's not too much with it. We've got some bags, which are really, really nice, and there's some different fuels and energy sources and weapons, armor, of course. The armor, which I'm wearing right now, is the gem armor. Is pretty cool, does some neat stuff. Haste, you can walk on water and lava. It automatically keeps you fed. Really high jump, you can see. It's really good armor. I mean, it's probably up there with blood armor as far as how much it protects you. But let's talk a little bit about what the mod does and how it helps you out. Now, the first thing you're going to want to get when you start is a Philosopher's Stone. This is the first item. You need this to make anything else. So this is one of the first things you're going to want to get with this mod. And if we look at the recipe, it's not too hard. You do need to be able to get glowstone. So depending on what mods you have, you may have to go to the nether, which is not a big deal. I mean, you can do that pretty early on. As soon as you can get yourself some obsidian, however you want to do it, you can go. And that gives you your Philosopher's Stone. Now, the Philosopher's Stone does quite a few things. I mean, it's used in a lot of recipes. You do need it to make the Transmutation Tablet, which is the very next thing that you want to get. This is kind of your auto crafting, energy storage. This is kind of the heart of the system. Now, this comes in two different flavors. You can also use your Philosopher's Stone while we're still here. You can also use your Philosopher's Stone to the thing behind this mod that I really like is a lot of times with mods you get a lot of one thing that you don't really need, and you don't get enough of the items that you really, really need. So with Equivalent Exchange, every item, not every item, a lot of items in the game have an EMC value. So if we look at the tooltip here, down at the bottom, you can see an EMC, which I think stands for Energy Matter Conversion. Kind of think of this like the Star Trek, food replicators or replicators. It takes energy and then converts it over into something else. So an iron ingot only has an EMC value of 256. So it takes more of those to just make one gold ingot. Now what's really nice about this is early game, where is it? You can make like ender pearls from iron. That's really, really handy because you'll have a lot of iron early on, but you'll need ender pearls for a lot of machines and stuff to get going. So this is a really nice way to get it, is with that. But once you get your transmutation tablet done, where's it at? Yeah. That's not the tablet. I think that's here we go up here. So if we look, it's not too bad. Stone, obsidian, and again, about the same time you can make the Philosopher's Stone, you should be able to make this right after it. Now, what this will do, now of course mine is jacked up. It's really, really high, and this isn't even really, really high. I could make hundreds of millions with where I'm at right now. But what you'll do is anything that has an EMC value, you want to teach it to this tablet, and you teach it to the tablet by, do I have something with an EMC value on me? Okay, so like this has an EMC value, you would just you can either destroy it, which is putting it in this slot right here, the fire, the little fire slot, or you can just put it in the center here, and it will learn it. It'll say right above here, you'll see it says learned. That is now in that tablet, and if you have the EMC, which this is the watch flowing time here, we'll talk about this in a little bit. This is 562,368 EMC to make that. So if I have that value in here, I can then, I don't have to handcraft this item again. I can just pull it out. All right, see how easy that is, and it takes the whatever you put in here is stored here. Some people never store their EMC in the tablet. I leave it all in the tablet most of the time. You can pull it out with items called Klein stars. Klein stars are your battery. So if we go back to Project E again, you'll see you have different levels. You will need these later. And to make each bigger Klein star, you just need 4 of the previous. So you're going to start with the, I guess this is German, 1, 2, 3, 4, sphere, and then omega. And you'll need 4 of these to make the sphy, and then 4 of the sphy to make the dry, and so on and so forth up until the omega. And the omega, you can see, stores 51,200,000 EMC. Now you can charge these things up a couple different ways. The easiest way to charge it is in your Transmutation Tablet. If you put it over here on this side, it will charge it. If you put it over in the middle here, it will discharge it. So it'll take all the EMC from your star and put it into your tablet. So like if you're low, you can, and if you have it stored in a star, you can just pull it out of there. So everything that you learn needs to go into this tablet. Damn it. Some things don't have an EMC value just because they, like a lot of Botania blood magic items do not have an EMC value. Magic crops, some do, some don't, like these little charms here do not. What else do I have on me? Like the blood magic stuff, most of it does not. Tinker's Construct tools, most of it does not. But the items that are required to, the resources like ingots, let's just say any ingot you get, you can go in here, and there's a couple different ways you can search your tablet. You can either type it into your NEI bar down here and it will come up here also, but a lot of times if you it'll pull the highest values first, and if you're looking for like a really low value, you may not be able to find it. So another way you can search is you can take an item, drop it right here in the middle, and it'll pull up something close to it. One of the things that's not working that used to work is this side over here was actually your search, because when you had millions of EMC in here and you wanted an item to say that was, 14 EMC, you could come over here and load in items, like multiple items, and it would add up and give you something that was closer to this than what was here. That doesn't seem to be working. So I don't know if that wasn't added or he just hasn't got to it yet, but that would be really handy, because a lot of times you'll have to have one of the items. I mean, if it's, some things are just weird. Most of the time you can find stuff, but just every once in a while it'll be weird, and you won't be able to find the item you're looking for, and you'll need to put that item here to get it to pull up. But that's just, it just depends on how many things may pop up. Yeah, it's kind of weird. But all these machines you can put in there, just be aware that, like I taught at the Redstone Furnace, the resonant variety. But if I go in and look at it, it is only basic. It does not give you all the upgrades and everything. It only gives you the basic furnace. But that's better than nothing. I mean, then from there you can just upgrade it. because all the gears, I believe, are in here also. Oops, gear. So then you can just come in here and pull the gears out as long as it's got a EMC value. So then you can just upgrade your machines that way. Better sleep because they mostly come out at night. Mostly. So that's kind of all this. What I really like about this is you don't really need to store anything unless it doesn't have an EMC value. Like I could take all this, throw it in that tablet, and pull it out as I want. Most of it I'm just keeping in storage just so I can go grab it real quick because I know where it is and I don't have to type it out. Pretty much everything in here with the exception of the magic crop stuff I could store in the tablet is EMC. Even the essence I can store as EMC. Pretty much the seeds for magic crops, the seeds can be turned into EMC, but the product of the plant you cannot. All right. So let's talk a little bit about some of the nifty, cool stuff that comes with this mod that I really like. Okay, first we'll talk about the Mind Stone. You'll see right now I have 45 levels. The Mind Stone is kind of a storage device for experience. Like right now you can see that it's on. If I turn it off with hitting the G button, it turns it off, and then now I can pull that by right clicking. I can pull that experience back out, and then by turning it back on, puts it back into the stone. So that is real handy. Of course, you can store that somewhere, so if you die, you always have access to your experience. You've got your black hole band. Now this is kind of cool. This is a magnet ring. It pulls around. What I like about it is its range isn't so far that you're pulling items from halfway across your map. This one's pretty close. It's maybe 5-6 blocks away from you, which is nice. But what's really cool about this, let's go down to the mining area real quick and show you kind of the power of what this thing does. So we'll run over here. And this big open area, that is another thing that is really nice about this mod. We'll take a look at that in just a second too, since we're down here. But if we take this band and we turn it on, and then we take it one of the Alchemical Bags. This is not too hard to make. If we open this up, now you'll see this is a gem of internal density. What this does is anything that's in here, it will convert, unless you put it on a blacklist, like I have stone on a blacklist. No EMC value, but what it will do is convert it all into what you tell it to. So I've got this set to diamond. So anything that goes in here, if it's got an EMC value, it'll try to convert it over to diamond. So it'll take all your cobblestone, whatever, and convert it down. So we're going to put this band into that bag. All right, so it's in there. So now if we take, here's a good spot to mine. We'll go over here. So if we go over here now and we mine, just mine up a little bit. Now, of course, that's not really a good thing because, hold on, let me get another pick. All right, well, while we're at it, we'll just kind of show off the red matter pickaxe. This is pretty cool. They're expensive items. It does take red matter at first, but like I said, once you make it, you learn it to the tablet, and you never have to make it again. So it's fully charged up. Let's change its mode to 3 tall shot mode, and you can see we can, it's not doing dirt. I'm used to using the other one. So we did that real quick. Let's put some line here. So now you can see we don't have any cobblestone in our inventory because everything gets pulled into this bag and it gets converted over. Right now it's being stored in the gem of internal density, and then when it has enough to make a diamond, it'll pop out a diamond. So as you're mining along, you don't ever have to worry about your bags being filled up. It'll just kind of take care of itself. Now the red matter pickaxe, pretty cool. This little thing, you can see the 3-shot mode that it was doing. Of course, It kind of sucks when you hit dirt, but it's really fast. You see those little black balls? Those things pop into your inventory. Now the special on both the red matter and the dark matter, which is the earlier version. Dark matter is your first. This is your second tier. But if you right click an area, it pulls. Not only that, but it probably got a big area. But if I just click on the ground here, it's going to find ores that I can't even see. You see those little black balls pulling up? It doesn't detect everything like the Tinkerer stuff. It doesn't really get magic crops. Doesn't really get. But if there were, I won't do it to dirt. If there were other ores, you can see we got, just from clicking around there, we got a bunch of lead and yellowite. Got a couple of diamonds from conversion. So just by that little right clicking there, you'll see stuff pop up. Let me see if we can. You hear those little pops? I don't know if you can hear them, but it's picking stuff up whenever you do that. So you can see now it's converting it down back into diamonds, stuff that you may not need. And you can have it convert, I think, all the way up to dark matter, the gem of internal density. So that thing's pretty neat. Very, very handy when you're mining, because you get so much resources with this stuff. But now let's talk about the when you get into the higher tier stuff, you have the red morning star, which is like a combination of your shovel, definitely your pick. But if we just boost the power, V boost your power, you can see. Now that would do a huge area. I don't want to do that big. So Shift V will take your power down. You just put it up once, and this is going to do a 3x3 area. So you can kind of see, you can just kind of run through here. Very quickly mine. See how fast that is. And this is, since we have that bag, now this would have already filled up my inventory. If I didn't have this bag, that would have already filled up my inventory. But since it all goes into the bag here, and it's all being converted over to diamonds, and then I can just throw this into the tablet and use the EMC to make diamonds if I need them, or something else. So the red morning star is very cool. I actually like the Tinkerer's Construct weapons more than I like the EMC or the Project E weapons. So there are weapons in there. They do some cool stuff, but I just think you can get higher damage with these, if that makes any sense. So let's now, another thing that this comes with is we've got a Harvest Goddess band, and then we've got the Watch of Flowing Time. Now what the Watch of Flowing Time does is it speeds machines up. The Goddess band, now these would be really cool if they ever, those little things are loud. It'd be really cool if they would come out with that pedestal, because the pedestal allows you to take these items, like the Growth Goddess band. If you want a really good farm, you could put the pedestal down, plant around it. It would grow and harvest, and you could just, it's really phenomenal. So I've got this turned off right now. Let's go over to my testing area real quick and show you kind of what the Goddess band and Watch Flowing Time. Wait for everything to load in real quick here. Come on. There we go. So we're going to go over to, get a little diamond crop going over here. Now, Botania, the flowers that the agri-carnations, I think they're called, they don't work on magic crops. They don't speed up the growth at all. And without a planter, you cannot use the fertilized dirt with these crops either, because they won't plant on it. Hoed, unhoed, it doesn't matter. They won't grow on it. Tried. But what you can do is, if we come over here and we're going to use two different things here. Now, one of the things the Growth Goddess Band does for normal crops and non-magical crops, for magic crops, like if you're doing cucumbers and stuff, it will instantly grow it. But it doesn't work here because, like right now, if I push G, it's going to go into harvest mode. All right, so it picked up everything. Oh, crap. Did I really just do that? Everything went in that bag, and my seeds just got... Oh, nope. Oh, good, they didn't. Whew. I thought I screwed myself right there. So now what you can do with this band also is if I right-click with those seeds on me, whatever the dominant seeds are, bang, instant plant, okay? But you can see nothing's growing, nothing's speeding up. If this was a regular crop, it would already be fully grown, all of it, with the Goddess Band. But if we come over here with the Watch of Flowing Time, which speeds up machines, which I guess it believes these are machines, so we're just going to hit G to turn it on. Boom, everything's grown, right? Pretty cool. And then we come over here, harvest, and yeah, I don't have enough seeds on me. Where'd they go? Went in the bag again. I gotta take that out of there. So let's get that out. Let's take this out of here for now. Yeah, okay. Move that. Move this down. And we gotta go sleep real quick. Oh, shit. Like I said, they mostly come out at night. Mostly. Get over here and sleep real quick. Yeah, those little things are not too bad in this armor. Gotta watch out for that blood. Okay. Now, back to what we were talking about. Let's come over here, pick all this stuff up. This thing's really good for experience, though. Okay, so we're going to plant again and get this going. But again, like I said, if we look at this, the seeds are really, really good. Because if you look at the EMC, or diamond seeds are good for EMC. You can see the value per seed is 40,976. The stack that we have right here of only 39 is 1 million, or 1.5 million, over 1.5 million EMC. You put that in your tablet, and you can use that for something else later. That's a little bit cheaty. You can, if you're like the administrator, take this stuff out. I mean, if you don't like the values of something in here, you can change it or remove it completely. So if you're putting this like on a server or something, you can get rid of it. But if you want that EMC value, if you see right now we're at 51, and if we put that in there, we're at 52. That's about it. Now, say we were saying how the Goddess Growth Band doesn't do anything for Botania. You know, it doesn't really do anything for Botania, but the Watch of Flowing Time does, because again, it makes machines work 10% faster. So if we turn this on, see, I don't know. Let me see options. We're probably gonna want to turn the sound up. Blocks, ambient environment, maybe. We're going to turn this up a little bit, just for a minute, because I want you to listen to, like, oh, I got to drain this out first, or I won't do that. Got to get rid of that mana, so you can actually hear it. How can I do that? I need a mana tablet real quick. Oh, is that right? No. What am I doing? Where did it still go? Okay, so we're gonna make mana tablet real fast. Drain off some of this mana. And you can start, once it drains it off, you should start hearing the slurping sounds. But this will actually speed up how quickly the flowers will collect mana and then pass them off to the mana spreaders here. Let's take a look. See, right now they're filled up because they were just sitting here. These things are all full. Okay, so that one's down a little bit. It's almost down. But what you'll do is just come over here and hit G. Once you have this item, turns it on, and you can hear everything go. Now you can hear it slow back down, right? Hopefully you can hear that. Never have got the sound of the game sounds and my talking sounds to equal level. But that's going to be really about it for right now. I'm going to have to cut it here, getting a little long, but tell you what, we'll do another one, and we'll talk about some of the items that, like I said, there's nothing you could do specifically for Project E, but there are items that will allow you to enhance other mods by using items from Project E. So I'm going to cut it right there, and we'll come back and talk about that in another episode. Until then, I appreciate everybody coming by. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do. That's the best way to know when I do put out a video. I'll try to get out the other one this weekend, sometime this week. But until then, I appreciate you guys coming by. And until next time, I will see y'all later.